That's a really, really, really good one. That's a really good, really good, really good one. When they've been in a haunted house, possessed and controlled by sickening, bad, evil, giant spiritual things, until their brain starts flippity breaking and shit. And they just can't tolerate all the abuse because a bad, spiritual, powerful jerk can just ride and ride and ride you from the inside until you break like it's so nothing. Speaking of, I forgot to warn you guys. A warning that you have those weird trackers in your spine and brain. A weird warning that you have trackers is that the United States and Dubai have a weird, sick, disgusting problem of driving you on the inside like a demon or devil or evil god would. So if you feel like weirdly ridden from the inside, it could be evil, bad spiritual things, but it could also be the United States and Dubai sitting inside of your insides, doing weird things to just bother and break or rupture or make you too paranoid, too weird up here. So you might want to think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen. Because who cares? If it's a bad spirit, well then that's good. You need to reach the gods. If it's bad countries, that's good. You need to reach the gods. If it's just corruption or something, well, that's still good. You need to reach the gods. If it's even murderers, sometimes murderers, when they become collective, they learn how to draw your paranoia or your panic. Like pulling a dog on a leash. So you have to kind of watch out every level. Because if you get too many murderers that work together, they know how to mess with you. And like stalk your windows in a certain way. Stalk your yard in a certain way. Till you're just paranoid and freaked out, but you can't see enough or prove enough. It'll start to break you, get you all weird. And they can control when you like fall apart or try to run, or like they can predict it all. So when they sit in your yard, but you can never find them, but you know somebody is always sitting in your yard. When they're looking in the window, but you never prove anything. And you have like video cameras and everything, and like there's something dark, but it could be an animal or a person you just never see enough. But you feel so grossed out. You feel so spied on all the time. A lot of times, if it's more than one murderer, they're really smart about when you get too panicky, too freaked out, what you're typically gonna do. And they figure out what you're typically gonna do when you get too panicky, too broken. They figure it out by predicting most victims that they drive. And your normal personality, by them watching you, they can predict how you're gonna fall apart and kind of what you're gonna do. So you gotta watch out about that too. But that's only collective murderers. If you have just one bad person or something, goes how it goes. But when you have a pack of criminals, they'll drive your problems. So they'll be in one window for a while until you're weird and paranoid and panicky about it. Then they'll be in two windows at the same time till you're even more panicky and paranoid about it. And every time you call the cops or something, they already know when to be on. Then there'll be three inside of three windows. And usually it only takes about three weirdos stalking you, staring in your windows before like you just can't take it anymore and you get all weird in the head. When you're weird in the head, you typically will grab a gun, right? Or run out a door, or run out your yard to your car. There's predictability. And based on certain victims, they always can predict when you're not okay what you'll probably do because you're similar to so many other victims. But those are collective criminals. But if you just my queen, you'll always figure it out. All the time. And some goddamn fucking gross people that need to die like fuck sit around and stalk like fuck, laugh till you can't make death in their soul enough, are gross enough to be goddamn joining the conversation. And talking about, what about when people are inside of windows, staring at windows, but people could just close the window? How many of you ever close the window and feel comfortable when you already feel like people have stared through a window at you? Nobody. You become paranoid like a drug addict. Drug addicts cannot trust their window ever, right? A drug addict will never trust their window. And what does that really mean? It's devils and demons that fuck with them. And they could make the window into pure wood and they'd still be weird and panicky about the window. Devils and demons do it. And just like devils and demons, criminals are very stalky, very gross, very get in your head and break shit and get you to do broken people shit. Because they're masters at breaking shit. They rape, they murder, they're just good at destroying shit. Now, if you did have a window where you could even have, you know those really cool windows? Where it's like a perfect blind that comes down like machinery? And it's like a perfect machinery that they custom fit the window. And you know nobody can see through that thing. You could go outside and check that thing. Nobody can see through that thing. But if you have seen people spy on you when you know they could have seen you, you'll still be paranoid. That they have put secret cameras, that they put something in the corners and now they can see something no matter what. Like, you're always going to be paranoid. And criminals will prey on it to keep breaking and breaking you. Because all they're trying to do is break you enough to get you to desperately go do something. So they can make you disappear. They can have you run like a weirdo to your car or something and figure out the right kind of way to snatch you up, take off with you. Like, it's always weird, creepy people shit. So all I was saying is you should think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen. Because see, no matter what your weird paranoia could be, 9 times out of 10, it stems from something bad. And either which way, you could use a God to save you. And every now and then when it doesn't stem, because I'll explode you if you fucking push it. You goddamn dead human nothing. Oh my God. These gross, tormenting, laughing fuck you losers that they have sat in a corner laughing for a long time are sitting here saying, well, what if I keep making it worse? I'll explode you in front of everyone. Well, there's not too many people here. It'll be in the morning. Goddamn fucking dead shit. Seriously, when a human can't get off your death and you're like, you're just human, you should fucking run. But anyway, so just live on my queen, my queen, my queen. Rely on my queen, my queen, my queen. Always hold tight to my queen, my queen, my queen. Because, you know, as good people, you don't have to give a shit. That's all I'm trying to say, is that life doesn't have to be a misery when you're good people. Thank God I did it the hard way. All you have to do is wake up, my queen, my queen, my queen, and some angel, some monster, some God will goddamn get rid of the problem. And it's great.